Welcome to this series of spinal mobility exercises. These may help you with easing of some lower back pain. So if you do these on a regular basis, it's just going to help you with keeping your spine mobile and using your lower abdominals. So we'll start lying on your mat with your knees bent and your pelvis nice and heavy. And you're going to take your middle finger to your hip bones at the front. And I'd like you to start just by lifting your sit bones up and doing a pelvic tilt. And as you do that, you'll notice your lower back softens into the mat slightly. And then just release your pelvis back to that weighted position. And we'll keep going with these. Curling your sit bones, releasing your lower back, and then releasing your pelvis. And again, curling. And then releasing. Now this time you do that pelvic tilt, I want you to feel as if you're pulling your heels towards your sit bones. And you might feel that in your hamstrings. They might start to cramp up a little bit and then release. Let's do 3 more like this. There might be less release into your lower back, but you're moving your pelvis more and really getting your hamstrings to work there. And release. 2 more. Curling and releasing back down. Last one, pelvic tilt. Sit bones are just lifting and you're pulling your heels back towards your sit bones and then release your pelvis back to that heavy position where it just feels it's neutral. Arms are going to go down and we'll do shoulder bridge. You start in that same way. Tilt your pelvis. And then start to pick your pelvis up off of the mat and come up to this bridge position. And again, pull your knees forward in space. And then as you breathe out, you're going to roll down from the top of your spine and your pelvis will be the last thing to come back to the mat. You release it, it's heavy, and then you go again. Sit bones lift, lengthen and lift up to your bridge. You're in a straight line with your body here like a slant board and then release from the top of the spine all the way back down. We'll keep going from here. But if you feel your range needs to be small at the moment, that's fine. You can just lift the pelvis a little and just draw your navel gently towards your spine and then release from the top of your spine. So it's a bit like a wheel. And then the pelvis comes back down. 2 more from here. Curling the pelvis. Reaching your knees forward over the toes. Breathing out to roll down. And we'll do 1 more from here. Curling the sit bones. Lifting up. And you're really standing into your arm frame here as you've lifted your pelvis. Your chin is lifted. As you breathe out, roll all the way down through the spine. Find your pelvis heavy to the mat again, and you're just going to gently press into your right foot and lift your left foot and bring it in towards your chest. Pelvis is going to stay as it is at the moment, and then you lower. You're just getting that hip flexion here. Stand into your left foot, lift your right foot, and bring your right knee in towards you. And lower. Just keep alternating here. Knee in. Don't worry about your range of movement. If you can't bring the knee in that far, it doesn't matter. Just going to keep practicing that each side. We'll do 1 more each side like this. Everything else is heavy. Release to the mat. Last one on the right. Now this next one, as you lift your left foot, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but you're going to let your pelvis tilt a little bit. So you stand into your right foot, you might feel that in the right leg, and then you lower and you release your pelvis back down. Same the other side. So you're essentially just doing that pelvic tilt with your piston of your leg. And lower. Let's keep going for a few more. And as you curl your pelvis, rather than pushing up to your shoulders, try to pull your heel of your right leg down to or up to your sit bone. And lower. Again, you might feel that in your hamstrings. And lower, all the way back down. We're going to do one more each side. Knee comes in. Curling your sit bones off. You're not actually lifting your pelvis right off the floor there. More of a curl. Don't go too high. Last one this side. And lower back down. Now just stretch one leg out at a time, just to let your hamstring release. You leg slide, and then you come back and leg slide the other leg. And come back. So we're actually going to add the opposite arm to that. Left leg's going to slide, right arm's going to go back. Draw your navel to your spine as you bring everything back to the center. Same thing, the other side, right leg, left arm. Draw navel to spine, come all the way back. One more each side. And as you do that, try not to increase any shape in your lower back. Just keep everything as it is and move your extremities, reaching away. Come all the way back. And then for your last exercise, we'll hip roll. So take your knees and ankles together. Your arms are going to go to that low diagonal with your palms facing down. And you're going to take the knees over to the right. Imagine you've got a book cover under your feet and you've just lifted the book cover so the feet stay level towards one another, and then you come back to the center. And then you're going to lift the other side or open the other side. Feet stay stacked, knees stay stacked. Back to the center. You can do that in a smaller range. If that feels tight, you might feel the tightness in your lower back there. So just don't go as far. Push into your hands to bring the legs back to the center. Over you go. Really important to keep your legs connected here. Don't let the knees drop and open. And come back. We'll do one last one each side, using the pressure of your hands into your mat to help you return the legs. And the other side. And come all the way back to the center. Take your feet back to hip width and just rest with your arms down by your side to end there.